Welcome to the Chattahoochee Nature Center. Today we're going to go out and explore the world of bees. So when we hear the word bee, what's the first word that pops in your mind? Some of you might say pollinator. Some of you might say, oh, scary or stinger. Some of you might say, ooh, fuzzy, wings. There's a whole bunch of things that may have come into your mind. But how many of you would have said the word trees? Today, let's go explore how bees and trees are connected. So here we are, standing in front of some trees. Let's see if we can look at trees and start to figure out the relationship between trees and bees. I'm standing in front of a serviceberry, and what I'd like you to do is take a close look and see what you notice about this tree. So now let's take a look at another tree, the sourwood, and see what we can notice. Now we're going to look at one more tree, this tree, the tulip poplar, and take a look and see what you notice. So what all these trees have in common is in the spring they have flowers. If we take a look at these flowers, how does this help us connect bees to all of those trees? That's right, bees are going to help pollinate them. They're going to go from flower to flower and help spread that pollen. And they use the nectar from many of these types of flowers, especially the sourwood tree, to make their honey. So we came out to the Chattahoochee Nature Center Pollinator Garden to take a look and see what we can learn about how to attract bees and pollinators to their own spaces. If you take a look here, this shows one way you can do it. We've got a variety of flowers and colors that are going to attract a variety of pollinators, including the bees, to the spaces where we're at. Another idea is to create a bee hotel. Now this is an example of a bee hotel. It's a very large one. You wouldn't need necessarily something this large in your own home, but it can see the general idea of having lots of small tunnels and cavities to attract native bees to your yard. So we've discovered one connection bees and trees have is that bees pollinate trees, and they can use some of that nectar to create honey. Right now, I'm standing by another way that they're connected. How many of you have seen something like this near where you live? This is a paper wasp hive. Let's take a close look at it and see what we can notice about this hive. When you were noticing it, I do want to point out I can be this close to this hive because there's nothing living in it anymore. It's an abandoned hive. But when we were looking at it, I'm sure a lot of you noticed that it has this paper thin layers to it. Well, other people noticed that too. So paper was invented by the Chinese, and they used bamboo to make their pulp and turn into paper. In Americas, they used to use old rags and turn those into paper. But in the 1700s, with the war going on, there was a shortage of rags. And so people were starting to look for other ideas or other ways they can create paper. And there comes the inspiration through the paper wasp nest. There was a French scientist named René Reaumur who in 1719 was taking a close look and said, wasps go to wood and they chew it up and use that combined with their saliva to create the sides, this paper-thin sides. I wonder if there's a way we can use wood pulp to make paper. Now it would take a while. Wouldn't be until around 1850 that we finally perfected the way, but ever since then we now use wood pulp to create paper. So thanks for joining us today. We got a chance to explore the world of bees. Now I encourage you to go outside to your neighborhood, look and see where are the bees at, what flowers are they attracted to. Take a look at the activity sheet where we give you some tips for building a bee house, and get your nature on.